I'm Mike Gonzalez. You're tuned in to Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. Coming up on Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine, we'll take you out to the Vine venue in Union Gap, where I hook up with John Gasparetti from Gasparetti's Italian Restaurant for some amazing tortellini pasta and desserts you're going to die for. Plus, we stay in Union Gap, where we visit the Peppermint Stick Drive-In, where for the last 70 years, the burgers have been big and juicy, and everything on the menu brings back great memories. Plus, we'll head just a few blocks away in Union Gap and visit Los Hernandez Tamales, where the tiny shop is winning some big awards for their amazing taste. All that, and the owner of Azteca Mexican Restaurant in Kennewick has an amazing story why Enrique Ramirez can bring a smile to your face with his great personality and awesome food. It's all next on Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. Stick around. For the Tri-City's best Mexican food, you can find it at Azteca. Come check out their brand new brunch menu on Sundays. And stick around on Sunday for half-price appetizers, 2-for-1 drink specials. Cater your office party with Azteca. Or you can have a party inside one of Azteca's 2 locations at no charge. Azteca, where you'll find a fiesta with great food and awesome deals. 2 locations in Kennewick. Find us on the web at aztecamex.com. And on Facebook at Tri-City's Azteca Mexican Restaurants. Hi everybody, welcome back to Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. I'm your host, Mike Gonzalez. We're brought to you by Bartholomew Winery in Kennewick over at the new Artisan Wine Village. To learn more about them, just visit our Facebook page at Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. First up on the show, let's head out to Union Gap, Washington, where the Peppermint Stick Drive-In has been bringing the flavor for more than 70 years. I had a chance to make a visit recently to see why people have been coming back for decades. Drive up to the Peppermint Stick in Union Gap and it's easy to see. Things haven't really changed much in 70 years.
It's been here for as long as I can remember, and you can count on quality.
The first burger served was in 1948, and for 70 years, it's been a mainstay amongst locals and visitors from all across the Northwest.
Has this place essentially been frozen in time?
It has. We haven't changed much. We've, done some remodeling, updating a few items, but as far as the menu and the items that we sell, pretty much all the same.
Meet Dave and Kaylin Butler, owners of the Peppermint Stick Drive-In in Union Gap for the past 25 years. Dave says he's been coming to the Peppermint Stick since he was just a little kid, and the thought of owning it really never passed his mind growing up.
Did you ever think you were going to own it? Or?
Not at all. That never was the thought. No.
How did that come to be to where this space became available? And you're like, what was the thought process?
Well, we were friends with the family that had it before us, and they had it for 25 years as well. And I grew up with their kids, and just one thing led to another. They offered it, and it was the right timing, and everything worked out.
Dave, who's also a member of the Union Gap City Council, says relationships he's built and the good friends he's made are the best parts of owning the iconic restaurant.
It's really gratifying to come in here and see the same people come through weekly, daily, monthly, and just start up that friendship again. It's really rewarding.
The Peppermint Stick Drive-In is best known for their massive burgers, amazing peppermint milkshakes, their Philly cheesesteaks, and just about everything else that's going to make your mouth water. And the man who's the master of making it all is Dave's son, Drew Butler, who's been hanging around the restaurant for as long as he can remember.
What makes the burgers taste so good? Do you guys put any special spices in them?
I think it's our special sauce that we use on the burgers.
Is it a secret? Or?
Yeah, it's a secret.
And check this out, Drew made me a house favorite, the Dave's Deluxe Burger. It's a half-pound burger with that awesome burger sauce, lettuce, pickles, tomatoes, and everything else is on it. Customers like Erin Sorensen from Kennewick say the Peppermint Stick is one of her favorite stops when she's in town on business.
I'll let you eat with your mouth. I'll let you speak with your mouth.
This is the beast.
The
and
beast?
it is the bomb.
Wow, that looks good.
Oh my god, it's
What's it
amazing.
got in it? It's like a double burger or something?
It's a half a pound.
Wow,
Ham, bacon, onion ring. Oh my god, delicious.
that looks amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, I'll let you eat the piece.
Thank you.
Like any classic drive-in, folks with extra time can eat inside.
All right, what is it that you love about this place?
It was on the way, and I haven't been here for a while.
Really? What were you craving?
Just a milkshake and a fry, or chocolate shake and a burger. Yeah.
You know, I keep hearing how nostalgic this place makes folks. How does it make you feel when you come here?
Oh, it's just like the old place you used to grow up in. So yeah, it's kind of fun.
All right, what do you like about the food here?
Oh, it's always great. We've been coming here for a long time.
How long is a long time? 'Cause this place has been open for a long time.
20, 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me about the food, because I keep hearing about the consistency. What do you like about it?
Well, it's always quality food, you know. It's always good. I've never had a bad meal here.
I could tell you didn't like it.
Yeah, I had to leave. I got one piece left. Yeah.
What was it?
It was their special of the day, their Jamaican burger.
Or if you're on the go, you can pick up your favorite peppermint stick grub inside your ride. Customers like Gene Ben say the quality of peppermint stick can't be beat.
Tell me what you guys like about this place.
Their Dave's Deluxe burgers are wonderful. The ice cream, the shakes, it's all good.
And I keep hearing that, you know, the quality is, every time you come here, it's spot on. Is that kind of the deal? When you come, you know you're going to get a good meal?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the hamburgers are nice and big, and they don't cut corners at all. So.
As for Dave Butler, he says he's got a few more years before his son Drew takes over, but in the meantime, he says you may see an expansion of the restaurant if it keeps staying this busy.
Well, it's growing, so there might be we're busting at the seams at times, so there might be that possibility of adding on.
So whether it's the giant burgers, amazing milkshakes and fries, the Peppermint Stick in Union Gap is one drive-in you can't drive past. Thanks to Dave and his family for their hospitality. If you want to see that full story again, just visit our Facebook page at Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're staying in Union Gap and we're heading over to the Vine venue where Gasparetti's Italian restaurant is cooking up an amazing dish. Take a look at that. Stay with us. For the Tri-Cities' best Mexican food, you can find it at Azteca. Come check out their brand new brunch menu on Sundays. And stick around on Sunday for half-price appetizers, 2-for-1 drink specials. Cater your office party with Azteca. Or you can have a party inside one of Azteca's 2 locations at no charge. Azteca, where you'll find a fiesta with great food and awesome deals. 2 locations in Kennewick. Find us on the web at aztecamex.com. And on Facebook at Tri-Cities Azteca Mexican Restaurants. Welcome back to Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. Super excited about today's shoot. We are at the Vine venue in Union Gap along with my good friend John Gasparetti from Gasparetti's Italian Restaurant, my favorite Italian restaurant in all of the Northwest because it's so good. And John, we are having a Gorgonzola event tonight, and I'm super excited. All right, but we're getting started with some awesome appetizers that are available at the restaurant.
Right.
Tell me what you got here.
First of all, Yakima asparagus, it's the season for it. We have Yakima asparagus with Gorgonzola and a little bit of bacon crumbled and a little bit of the olive oil. We have the heirloom tomatoes with Gorgonzola, the basil and some olive oil and balsamic glaze.
And you're teasing me with the dessert right
I
now.
know.
But I have to wait on that.
You do.
I
Sorry.
just want to jump in right now. Tell us
It's
what
the
we got
fresh strawberries with amaretto anglaise.
You're killing me. I'm super excited about this particular recipe because it involves gorgonzola.
Oh.
Let's get started. Tell me what we're making.
Well, how could it be bad? It's got butter, cream, and cheese. Hello.
All the things
It's
I love that force me to go to the gym. Right?
Exactly. Well, you have to have an excuse to work out. There we go.
I do, that's for sure.
Well, anyway, yes, it's all about gorgonzola today. And this is one of our favorite pastas at the restaurant. So here we go.
What's it got involved?
It involves it's butter, cream, and cheese. So we've melted a little butter in the bottom of the pan. We're going to add a little bit of flour to this and make what they refer to as a roux, which is just the butter and the flour mixed together.
Nice.
Right. That's all there is. We're going to mix that, and then we're going to add a little cream.
Oh. See, I love creamy pasta. I mean, is there anything better in the world?
No. Well,
you have the cheesy pasta as well. That, I mean, you can't beat that.
There you go. It's a pretty simple recipe.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's called, and then we're going to add we're going to let that just cook a little bit. And then we're going to add a little of the Parmesan cheese. It's already grated it already.
Is there a particular amount of Parmesan that you want to put on there? Because I know when I have pasta, I could use like a half. You know, half can of the stuff.
I know. As my dad would say, a little bit, not too much, but just a little. So I don't know. It's up to you.
Act.
Then this is one of the key things is a little bit of nutmeg, which happens to be. So we're getting it thickened up a little bit. Going to add a little more cream. So here we are. We have the butter, the flour, the cream, and the Parmesan cheese, and we put a little bit of the nutmeg in it. Now we're going to add the tortellini. These are cheese-filled tortellini, and of course you can use, if you rather have the ones filled with chicken or whatever your choice is, you can. So we're going to heat that up a little bit, just like that. And just before we serve it is when we're going to add the gorgonzola. I know, it's good, isn't it? How could you go wrong with
No, you can't.
this,
With
right?
all these ingredients, are you kidding me? I was going to ask you, the nutmeg, what does that do for the flavor?
It just adds a little bit of a hint of that nuttiness that you really need. And you don't add too much because you don't want it to overpower
The
it.
pecans, is that something you guys have been doing for a long time?
It is.
I mean, that's great for the texture.
But of course, with anybody that, it is great with the
you have to
texture.
be careful with all the...
Anybody that might have an allergy towards that sort of thing. But simple, and that is it. And actually, this is easy for if you don't know what to fix for dinner as a quick dinner. It's easy.
These are one of these dishes that you can kind of impress your friends with because you know it's got all those ingredients. Hey, check this out! You know, I'm whipping.
And
it
actually, the sauce, you're right, because the sauce could be made up ahead of time and just reheated as we did here.
How long will you cook it for?
It's really basically ready right now.
Yeah. So
if you want to do that same sauce, it's pretty versatile because really, with this same sauce, you don't have to add the tortellini or the cheese. You could use that same white sauce, add a little bit of pesto in it, and it becomes a pesto cream. And you could add it with raviolis or whatever.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of how creative you get with it.
The white sauce, that same white sauce, and add some pasta and chicken, and you can have a chicken Alfredo.
All right, well, I'll be by the restaurant to try all those different versions.
I'm just sure. You want me to plate it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. There you go, Mike.
All right, I've been waiting for this.
Enjoy.
I'll tell you what. Wow, and I love the way the pecans blend in there to give it that texture.
And the crunch too, right?
No.
Good. Awesome. And with this, we're going to serve a wine from Italy, a Chardonnay. It's called Planeta from Sicily.
Well, John, thank you so much for your hospitality, man.
You're welcome. Cheers.
So good. Gasparetti's in Yakima, no better place for Italian food. We'll be right back after this.
For the Tri-Cities' best Mexican food, you can find it at Azteca. Come check out their brand new brunch menu on Sundays. And stick around on Sunday for half-price appetizers, 2-for-1 drink specials. Cater your office party with Azteca. Or you can have a party inside one of Azteca's 2 locations at no charge. Azteca, where you'll find a fiesta with great food and awesome deals. 2 locations in Kennewick. Find us on the web at aztecamex.com and on Facebook at Tri-Cities Azteca Mexican Restaurants. Welcome back to Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. I'm your host, Mike Gonzalez. We're brought to you by Bartholomew Winery in Kennewick at the new Artisan Wine Village. To learn more about them, all you have to do is visit our Facebook page at Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. All right, so we've been checking out some of Union Gap, Washington's best places to visit this show. We've already seen the Peppermint Stick Drive-In, the Vine Venue, where we cooked up some great dishes with Gasparetti's Italian restaurant. Now we're gonna just head literally like a block away over to Los Hernandez Tamales, where the tiny restaurant is getting some accolades for their great food. Along this road and inside this small building lies some of the biggest and most influential flavors in the northwestern United States.
What has made your tamales so special?
I think overall the secret that everybody wants to know pretty much is the basic, is the masa. The tamale, the masa makes the tamale. Our tamales don't come out too dry.
And for nearly 30 years, owner Felipe Hernandez has been making that masa the same exact way.
And my sister, Leocara Hernandez now, she helped me start the business and to show me how to spread the masa and make the masa and that kind of thing. So showed my wife learned how to do it, and that's what it was, but it was a necessity for a job, But then we started cooking here, and that was it. But she no doubt probably learned some of it from my mom. Put our lid on it, keep the steam in.
Felipe makes that product with a steady hand and consistent approach and a consciousness of where he came from.
Throughout the years, we have gotten a lot of publicity, and thankful for it, because a lot of people come from out of town, out of the community, within the state and out of state, and they just like what we do, and they somehow, word of mouth has got us where we're at this point, just like this, see.
Now, after 30 years of hard work, Felipe's tamales are being recognized worldwide, especially his asparagus tamale. It was a major surprise when the James Beard Foundation contacted him, telling him his tamales had won the prestigious America's Classic Award.
Well, yes, it is we're honored, we're humbled by the award, but the James Beard Award, we were totally surprised about that, but if somebody thought of us that we were worthy of the award, and we're very honored, and it was just a surprise, but it has changed our outlook in the future.
And has it been overwhelming, or has it been fun?
It's been a lot of fun. As soon as I found out, I was the first one to find out that that's what had happened, simply because I get the emails, and so I check them every day. And so I knew immediately what it was and knew what was coming, what was going to happen, how many people were going to find us. It's really cool to be here and to work here, especially during asparagus season, because I have been here for several years, for many years. All of the folks that come here on a regular basis for asparagus season, it's like seeing your old family members and long lost friends. So with the James Beard, it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody that's seen us online that got the award and still come and get the tamales, and so they'll be here in the spring, and so it's going to be a lot of fun seeing everybody and all the excitement from winning the award.
Just like you're spreading frosting on a cake. Oh yeah.
And for this Miami boy, making tamales was going to take a little practice.
Now see, and start making it round. Tuck it in.
I just did a big fold.
No, that's okay. It'll be all right.
All right, so kind of a half.
Yeah, just like that. That's good.
Gotcha.
That's good. And you can scoop the meat in there.
All right.
Scoop that in there. Just like this. See.
As for Felipe and June, the thought of not making tamales is not even an option.
You ever get tired of making tamales?
Not really, and that's the truth. It's not. Just to me, the answer to that, of course, obviously, is as long as I've been doing this, we've been doing it. It's a consistent question, but it's more. I take it. I don't mind it. I enjoy it. I see the product and the enthusiasm of the consumer getting the product, and it's no different than doing dishes or being a typist or being a lawyer. You do what you do. If you like what you do, then you just keep on doing it. It's not a job, and this is not a job for me.
And we're glad that Felipe Hernandez took a chance at making tamales that are being recognized by the country. All right, thanks to Felipe for his great hospitality. If you want to see this story again, all you have to do is visit our Facebook page at Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're heading out to Kennewick to visit Azteca Mexican Restaurant and their owner's amazing story of living out the American dream. It's right here on Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. Stay with us. For the Tri-Cities' best Mexican food, you can find it at Azteca. Come check out their brand new brunch menu on Sundays. And stick around on Sunday for half-price appetizers, 2-for-1 drink specials. Cater your office party with Azteca. Or you can have a party inside one of Azteca's 2 locations at no charge. Azteca, where you'll find a fiesta with great food and awesome deals. 2 locations in Kennewick. Find us on the web at aztecamex.com. And on Facebook at Tri-Cities Azteca Mexican Restaurants. Welcome back to Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. I'm your host, Mike Gonzalez. We're brought to you by Bartholomew Winery in the Kennewick Artisan Wine Village. It's brand new, so if you haven't been there, you've got to check it out. It's just absolutely gorgeous. To learn more about the place, the venue, and Bartholomew Winery, all you have to do is visit our Facebook page, Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. Up next on the show, let's visit Azteca Mexican Restaurant, where owner Enrique Ramirez is truly living out the American dream. Enrique Ramirez knows something about ingredients, and his #1 recipe inside his 2 Azteca restaurants in Kennewick may be the great service.
It's really important for us because we want to make them feel like if they're in the house. You know, they are the owner of the house, they come in, and what I try to give my people, to tell them, learn what they drink, learn what they like to eat, so that way when they come in, then they don't just come in and have a waiter or waitress. They have a person that comes and already knows what they're drinking, what they're having for dinner, and you know, so they feel welcome.
Great customer service and awesome food. It's what's built Enrique's enormous fan club and 2 Azteca restaurants in Kennewick over the past 20 years. His first Azteca was in the Columbia Center Mall before moving to 6505 West Canal Street in Kennewick. Then in 2004, he opened the second Azteca along 395 in West 10th. But when Ramirez came to the U.S. in the early 80s, opening a restaurant was only a dream.
Well, I came to the U.S. in 1983. My brother was working in a Sizzler. And then he started working for a person from my hometown that had a small Mexican restaurant in Seattle. And that's how I started learning about the restaurant business. And then I started working at Azteca in Seattle with friends and family. And then I learned all the steps from being a cook, a dishwasher, a bartender, a waiter, and the management too. Yeah. And that's how I started, you know, learning more, and I still learning.
I watched as Ramirez took me through 3 of his most popular plates. Check this thing out, the molcajete with pollo and carne asada. Or how about some delicious fajitas? And oh boy, pollo la crema, that's sure to make your mouth water. Let's start with the molcajete platter. Chef Juan Ibarra who has been cooking with Azteca for more than 20 years, starts by heating that molcajete in the oven. Now it's time to saute the pollo and the carne asada in liquid butter, but this is the kind that doesn't have trans fats, but it still packs that flavor. Chef Ibarra cooks up the carne asada and the pollo to perfection. He then adds some mushrooms to that mix. Then take a look at this, some secret chili sauce that's sure to spice things up in that carne asada. Then the end result is this beautiful baby in a molcajete bowl. It's a thing of beauty. That's the pride and joy of Azteca. Next up, check these babies out. Sizzling fajitas. Don't those look pretty? Chef Juan gets busy by cooking up the carne asada on the grill. Speaking of grilling, it's time to cook up some onions, peppers, and then making your mouth water that meat that's getting cooked to perfection. Next, it's time to heat up the hot plate. When it's all said and done, you'll wind up with this picture of perfection, a steaming, tasty, tantalizing plate of fajitas. If that's not enough, Juan put together this guy, the pollo la crema, another house favorite at Azteca. It's delicious chicken with some sour cream melted into the pan. It's then cooked to perfection and plated with rice and beans. If that doesn't make your mouth water, hey man, you just don't like Mexican food. In my 10 years of doing food shows, this was some of the best Mexican food I have ever had. But with all that great food comes amazing drinks. You gotta have something to drink, right? Check this all-star lineup out that Patricia Ramirez made for me. The pineapple mojita, the classic martini, this Mexican mule. Can't go wrong with Corona. How about this michelada or a strawberry margarita? And to top it off, a pear margarita. There's also plenty of cerveza on tap to keep you a bit tipsy, but Enrique says you'll really be impressed by the top shelf tequilas.
We have a great variety of liquor, but we always specialize in tequila. You know, we have a lot of tequila.
For Enrique Ramirez and his wife Patricia, every day is a labor of love, and you're sure to get a great meal no matter what Azteca and Kennewick you go to. And no matter where you go, Enrique says, you're going to get the same great food and the same big smile he's known for.
They should expect the same service, the same food, and the great variety that we have.
Yeah.
It has to be the same. We try to be always right on the top of it. Of course, we're not perfect. We're gonna make a mistake one here and one there, but for the most of it, we try to have a really nice place, clean place, and with good people working for us.
Good people like the owner himself, who made the Tri-Cities food scene a whole lot better. That's going to do it for this edition of Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. Thanks to our title sponsor, Bartholomew Winery. If you want to learn more about them, just visit our Facebook page. And if you want to see any of the stories that you saw tonight, you can visit our Facebook page. It's Northwest Food, Brew, and Wine. All right, on behalf of the entire crew, join us next time right here on Cap KVU ABC. Have a great night, everyone. We appreciate you watching.